welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought that we'd be jumping into another Superwoman video. Now this one is going to be called a therapy session for homophobic people. She released this, I believe, like around Pride Month. So we're just gonna go ahead and go in straight into So we're just gonna go ahead and go straight into the video and see what exactly Superwoman has in store for us today.
The internet is so great, isn't it? Connecting the world, allowing us to stalk our exes that we miss, giving us memes, bringing us closer to Beyonce. But imagine being so salty that you use the internet to target people and spread hate. Take this chick for example. I'm sick and tired of this gross gay people. Like, stop. Marriage is for men and women. Disgraceful beep. What's next? Go see a doctor, you beep. Now, beyond the spelling mistakes, I see an angry person behind a screen that needs help. So let's help them in real life. Therapy's in session.
The acting, girl, that was kind of smooth.
So, tell me what's on your mind.
Talk about transportation.
Is it because they dress better than you?
Because they're destroying the planet.
Uh-huh, interesting. I thought that was plastic bottles. Silly me. What makes you say that?
Look, it was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Oh, I see what you did there, Dr. Seuss. Very nice. Adam, Eve, Steve, very nice. Here's the thing though, I fail to see the relevance because it's also Ellen and Portia, not Ellen and Michael. Oh, but that didn't rhyme. Is that okay? Do you still get it?
Look, they're going against God.
Really? And how does it feel to get updates from God? Yeah, does God text you or is God more of a DM person?
I just know what God intended.
And when your friend God texts you a meme, are you all like, oh my God?
It's a sin.
Ooh, or when you say, God damn it, does God ever reply like, I can't, I'm busy? Oh, wow, you're so religiously woke.
Marriage has always been between a man and a woman.
And voting used to only be between a white man and the government. Things changed.
But that's not why marriage was created.
And that's not why the eggplant emoji was created, but if you look at your last text,
that's different,
said one of your eyebrows to the other. Why exactly does gay marriage bother you so much when it doesn't affect you at all? Are you bored? Do you have a job? Do you hang with anyone besides Alexa?
Because I need to protect the institution of marriage.
Wow, how Ned Stark of you. Can you explain how you are protecting marriage by forbidding people who are genuinely in love from getting married?
They're not in love, they're confused and sick.
Wow, and you want to help them. You're basically doctors without borders, except with one border, your mind. I don't get it. If you want to protect marriage, why don't you protest against divorce? I mean, I don't think that's a good idea, but I'm just really trying to understand your obsession.
I am not obsessed, you little.
You know, swearing really makes your point more valid.
You are such you little.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Yeah, I'm really hearing you now. Maybe try swearing in caps lock.
All you need is
really smart stuff. Do you feel better?
I wish that actually
make me
worked
sick
for
to
the
my
full
stomach.
world. Like just a bleep
A little
automatically.
upset tum-tum. Don't let the rainbows bite.
You know, gay couples can't even bear children.
Oh, okay, really? Well, neither can infertile women and guys with low sperm count. Why aren't you being a Twitter gangster against them?
If everyone was gay, there would be no humanity.
And if everyone was a potato, there would be no humanity. But everyone is not a potato, just as everyone is not gay, young grasshopper. Also, there's about 153 million orphans in the world right now. Might be good to adopt. Them, not you. You'd be a horrible parent.
Okay, but gay couples will raise gay kids.
Oh, right. Yeah, you mean like how a whole bunch of straight parents raise gay kids. Was that what you meant? Or did you mean something else? Or
Stop bullying me. I am entitled to my own opinion. This isn't fair.
I am so sorry that you are a victim of bullying. That combined with your awful grammar must be very hard. But your opinion and similar ideas contribute to actual laws being made against gay people. So if you have an opinion about pineapple on pizza, I don't care. But it's illegal to be gay in some countries. Imagine if the government took away your right to be yourself. However would you douchebag about?
It's just unnatural.
So are your boobs, eyelashes, and highlights. You don't get to decide what's natural, contour queen.
Typical leftist.
Oh no, sweetheart. This isn't a left or right thing. It's more so a right or wrong thing.
Are you saying I'm wrong for being homophobic?
No, I don't really like the term homophobic. It implies that you have some sort of phobia, whereas I think you're just a jerk.
Oh, I'm sorry, were you talking? I was busy tweeting.
Here's what I think the problem is. You feel entitled to such an extent that you think you can dictate people's lives. You and everyone else that's gonna leave a hate comment underneath this video. To prove your point, you pick pieces of ancient text and ignore facts and figures from today. People with human compassion, critical thinking skills, and at least one hobby to fill their time don't really care if two men are dating. They're too busy doing things. And I know it's scary, but if you opened your mind half as much as you opened your mouth, we'd all be in a better place.
You're wrong.
I'd like to prescribe you with a bottle of common sense. Okay, please take 2 tablets daily while listening to Sam Smith. Side effects may include minding your own damn business.
That sounds complicated. Should we, maybe discuss it over dinner?
Girl, have several seats and walk the fuck on.
Just say. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, I don't really believe in fighting fire with fire, but sometimes I gotta sass people. As an ally of the LGBTQ+ community, happy Pride, may be safe, and have a great celebration. If you want to subscribe, I make new videos every Monday and Thursday. One love, Superwoman. That is a wrap, and zoop.
Okay. Well, you know, I have to say, I love me some Superwoman, especially when she knows how to read the house down, boots.org on a motherfucker. One thing that I do like is the fact that she did kind of nail out a lot of points. Look, personally for me, I know people are always gonna have opinions about people in the LGBT community, whether they're gay, trans, or just in general, just anybody. Like, they're always gonna have a public opinion. So it's like, it's unfair and it's unjustified for it's unfair for them to really try to shove their opinions and their beliefs down your throat. But at the same time, we've built up such a strong community to where we are resistant enough to know that at the end of the day, we do belong here. People from the LGBT community do belong here. And I don't just go on a one-way path. I don't just always see, oh, everybody who has a negative opinion about the LGBT community and all sorts of stuff, they're just wrong, they're just immature, they're just so-and-so. Due to contrary belief, I actually do kind of look at the opposing side, what their thoughts are, what their opinions are about why maybe they don't like certain people about the LGBT. There are some that probably don't agree with our methods, but at the same time, they are able to give us the respect that we deserve. Like, they're not gonna be up in the streets going to pride parades, which, to be quite honest with you, probably would make them go more on the conservative side. Like, it can get a little bit explicit. So, like, I mean, I'm just saying, I took a family member there once and saw a dude with his butt cheeks all the way out, and I was like, okay, that's cute, but at the same time, I'm with my cousin, and I'm not trying to see that with her. I like to be able to see just the whole spectrum in general, because you go in with just a certain eyesight. Now, if you're just dealing with a person who is ignorant and they like to stay ignorant and they just prefer the ignorant blissfulness of it all, then okay, this person I could care less about. But if you are able to have a dialogue conversation to where, yes, you strongly believe in this way of how you feel about gay people and trans people, but at the same time, you are able to acknowledge us and you are able to give us respect on, maybe not on the level that we would like for you to give us respect, but just respect enough. At the end of the day, everybody just wants to be acknowledged. Everybody just wants to be respected. You don't have to push me all the way to the top of the respect, but as long as I know that I'm respected within my own rights, especially within my own heart, then I'm good. I don't need to look for you for approval. I don't need to try to raise myself up to your standard for approval, because if that was the case, then I would have this hair off, I would have this clothes straight weared, like just basic, boring as fuck kind of attires, and I would be looking like someone who is just miserable, depressed, and I wouldn't be true to myself. I wouldn't have gotten a chance to really know who I am as a person. So as a trans woman, if for those of you who may not know, like I kind of have gone through a long list of discoveries of being able to understand myself and to understand people's outlooks, because it does need the due diligence to be able to not just go out into the world spouting out, oh, I'm a trans woman, I'm a trans woman, I'm a trans woman, and then someone comes back at me with something negative, and then all of a sudden I just automatically freeze, clench up, and I'm just like ready to die right then and there. You know, it takes a lot of tolerance, it takes a lot of strength, it takes a lot of charisma to be able to be who you are in a world that is so well known for shunning those who are different. So, and I'm glad that in this world, in this atmosphere that I'm in now, that there are so many people who are so open and free and happy to be able to be who they are without any judgment, without any ridicule. Don't get me wrong, there are still some who will do that, but now we have enough strength in ourselves and in our surroundings to where we could be like, I could give less than 2 fucks. I've gotten a comment on other videos where people would, not too many people, just one person said something negative, and I completely phased through that. You know, and it's like, I had to work on myself, especially going into this job of YouTube. I had to work on myself because I was gonna let no motherfucker, excuse my language, but I was not gonna let one motherfucker come up into my channel and feel like they could just run me, talk game, say all of this stuff, and I'm supposed to just sit back and be like, oh, you know what, I'm giving up on this channel. Because if that was the case, then I would never have done that in the first place. Sorry, almost choked on my own saliva, girl. I'm really about to get into it. But it was just one of those things where I had to learn how to love myself, and trust and believe that is still a huge process in my life, because I still have my down moments. I still have my moments where I'm thinking this, that, and that. But at the end of the day, as soon as I put on my makeup, as soon as I put on my wigs, as soon as I do anything that I feel is 110% authentic, I could walk out anywhere up in this area, up, down the street, all the way around the block. It does not matter. I could care less if there is anybody who has any negativity, side eyes, which luckily I don't get, but for the motherfuckers who want to try me, which normally that's not the case, but if there ever was, I'm always very abrasive. I'm always very understanding, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna start nothing unless you start something, but I will finish it. And I'm the type of person to where if you want to say something negative to me, I have enough respect for myself to where if I feel like it's not worth it, which a lot of the times it probably won't be worth it, I can get up and I can walk away, and knowing that I'm the bigger person from the matter, because trust and believe, I'm not going to get myself into a situation. Now, if a motherfucker touches me, oh, trust and believe, I will lay hands like the god of 50 Shades of Grey, and I will give you all the thunder in the world, child. I will be Thor on that ass. Trust and believe. But, you know, I've never really had the issue where I've had to deal with a nasty encounter. I've gone to job interviews, and I always try to put in my best foot forward. And if the person didn't like me or the person didn't choose to hire me, then it just, you know, it's like one of those things. It is what it is. But to me, I've been so grateful for the little opportunities that I've had in life, that I feel vindicated to be able to hopefully pass down whatever kind of wisdom that I can to anybody who's willing to listen. And it doesn't only have to be about trans stuff, because a lot of times, you know, I don't really try to focus too much on that on my channel, only because that's not the only thing that I am. You know, like, yes, there are so many wonderful and beautiful trans activists, and in a way, I guess I would like to be an activist, but at that same time, I don't want for that to define me right now. Like, right now, I just see myself as someone who is just trying to live my best life and trying to work hard to do what I can for myself in the best way that I can. So, you know, like, everybody doesn't have to be in the same guideline of how we're supposed to be structured. Everybody has their own different paths of doing what they need to in their life. And to me, I feel like I've been placed in a certain path, though it's been rough, because trust and believe, it's been rough. But, you know, I've learned how to try and take the good with the bad and the bad with the good, and to just try to make lemon into lemonade as many times over as I can until I find a way to turn that lemonade into gold. You know, but it's just one of those things. Like, people are going to have their opinions about you, and it's just how you see yourself. Do you see yourself as a person who is worthy enough to be like, you know what, I'm good. You can say whatever you want to say about me, because at the end of the day, I know what I am. I know who I am, and I know just how much of a badass bitch that I am. So you can talk all the shit that you want. You can say all this, all that, and all that, and that's fine. I'm completely unfazed by it. But don't put your hands on me. Like, let's not do that, because, you know, a bitch will jump. You know, but yeah, the only time that you know that it will really affect you in life is if you feel like it's true. And those moments that you feel like something that someone says is true, if you lose your cool in that second, because no one can blame you if you lose your cool in that second, because that's just how you feel. That's something that you still have to work on yourself. But those moments, those little impriorities that really make you upset when someone nitpicks at it and says it to you, you have to take that back home and you have to work on it, and you have to try and mend it, so that if somebody else comes up to you the next time to try and say that same shit to you, you can say, you know what, fuck you, I'm good, and I'm not gonna whoop your ass today, because you've worked on it. You can ignore that because you've already tried to fix that problem for yourself. Regardless of how many people try to put you down, at the end of the day, you have to stay true to yourself, and you have to make sure that when it's all said and done, that you do not conform for anybody. Because if you do that, you will live the rest of this life miserable and just feeling like you have no real place or soul in this world. And that's not the case. I think I got a sore throat talking that much. Maybe it's this hair, girl. I can't. I like this hair though. It's cute. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I need to drink a freaking gallon of water. I feel like my throat's on fire or something. But okay, yeah, I guess I'll end it off on that, you know. And if you guys have anything that you want to talk about, or if you have anything that you want to maybe share your opinion on, I'll be more than happy to look at it down in the comment section. By all means, I have tried to make sure that I don't like delete any negativity on my channel, because at the end of the day, this is my channel, and I want to be able to make an opportunity where people feel like they could talk and communicate and say stuff. Now don't get like nasty with it where you're like really trying to put in some fighting words, because if you do that, I will delete your fucking tweet or your comment. Like, I'm not going for the whole, oh, I'm gonna beat your ass, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Even though I said that in the video, but that's just hypothetically. I've never really had to do that, thank God. But, you know, it's, yeah, just try to be peaceful with your conversations. Just try to keep it intellectual. Keep a certain amount of class with it if you can. You know, whatever. Coming from the bitch with pink hair, but you know what, it looks good. I'm sorry, it really looks good. But okay, yeah, anyways, I will talk to y'all later. So just always remember to please like, comment, and subscribe to all my videos, and keep shining bright, my true blue diamonds. Bye.